you fucking pricks. It's Lamentable Podcast here with another episode of Lamentable Podcast. With your hosts, Josh and Kyle. Episode 23? I never know what fucking episode.
22 or 23, yeah.
The last episode was 22.
Okay.
Now that I never know what the fuck episode we're on, even though we've barely done any.
It's true.
But here we are for another video podcast. This will be the last one in this setting. And in a couple weeks, probably our next podcast I'll probably do in the new place I'm moving into. So that's going to be exciting.
Yes, it will.
Maybe we'll have a different setup going on. Maybe we'll actually be sitting at a table or something and not just be on my fucking couch.
Won't look super stupid.
Yeah, we won't be fucking
crammed in this tiny room.
Yeah, and it won't be lopsided.
Yeah.
Just a fucking camera. But, yeah, so hopefully it'll be a lot better soon. We got 2 mics again. I bought a cable off Amazon. Got it Amazon primed to my house in one day. So that's exciting. Excuse me. But yeah.
You got it in one day, even though it took the other one like a week?
Yeah, I bought the other one off eBay.
Oh.
And they sent it to me. And it took forever to get here because it was coming from China. And then they sent it back immediately. Like, they left a little pink slip in my mailbox. And anybody that's gotten USPS packages and haven't been home have gotten one of these pink slips. And it's like, oh, come to the post office at this time, whatever, and pick up. So I couldn't because I worked. So I called the post office and I was like, hey, I got a package delivered. I was wondering if you could just schedule it for redelivery. And they're like, oh yeah, whatever, sure, we'll do that. Can you just give me the tracking number? So I read them off the tracking number and they were like, oh, that was returned to sender. And I was like, what? It's been 1 day. Why would they return it to sender? So yeah, I was pretty pissed. But I got this sick Amazon one. Apparently Amazon Basics makes replacement cables for this mic, so that's pretty cool. I mean, it's just a data cable, but
yeah, I'm sure it's pretty
literally
common cable.
It's literally Amazon Basics brand. Like it's got a little logo on the USB part.
That's interesting.
But yeah, so finally got 2 mics, so hopefully the audio is super crispy right now. I'm expecting it to be so. But yeah. So what's up? What's been up with you, Kyle?
Not much, as usual. Been doing what I can to stay, I don't even know, alive at this point.
Alive? Oof.
Yeah. Just not much has been happening. I've been sleeping and watching football. That's about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. I haven't been doing anything except sleeping and going to work.
Yeah, that's how it is sometimes. How's that G Fuel?
Delicious. I hope we get big enough one day to have a G Fuel sponsorship.
Yeah, we're recording this at 11:50 right now.
Yeah, it's pretty late. We watched The Happening because I didn't charge my fucking battery. And so I had to put the battery on the charger, and we just watched The Happening. It's like my 5th time seeing that movie. I like that movie. It was big when it came out, but apparently people hate it now. I'm not entirely sure why. I guess
I don't know.
I mean,
it's kind of a weird.
Yeah, it's not great.
It's not a great movie,
but for 2008 or whenever it came out, it's pretty decent. And it's a M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah, I think that's one of the reasons people don't like it.
Yeah,
is because
probably
of him. Because they're like, his movies aren't smart anymore. Even though it's like, wow, he made one movie with a ending that was unexpected, and everyone expected his movies to be that good for the rest of forever.
Yeah. That happens a lot, though. There's these directors that make like one good movie, and they never make another movie. They spend the rest of their career chasing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. But yeah, so we watched The Happening. We literally just finished that like right before we started this, and then I got the mic set up, made my G Fuel, and started her up.
Yep.
But Yeah, speaking of football, I think the last time we did a podcast, there was the first week of playoffs.
Yeah, it was right after the first week, I think.
Right after the Bills fucking lost.
Yeah.
But also right after the Patriots fucking lost. That's cool. That's still really cool.
Yeah, we talked about that.
But now, the next football game, besides the Pro Bowl, which nobody gives a fuck about, the next football game is the Super Bowl, and it's the fucking Chiefs and 49ers.
Yeah. The Ravens ended up choking hardcore in the playoffs and lost to the Tennessee Titans.
It sucks so much.
So that's good.
I would like to have seen a Ravens Super Bowl.
So would I.
They'll probably go to the playoffs again next year. I'm not...
Probably.
If they keep being... I mean, they've been to the playoffs the last 2 years straight. Wait, yeah, they made it last year. Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
He did better this year, though.
He actually didn't have an awful game. He had 300 yards passing and 100 yards rushing. And I don't know. I think he had one touchdown, but
yeah, it wasn't
whatever. It wasn't awful. It's not like just the entire team just decided they didn't want to win that night, I guess. And Tennessee was like, lol, Derrick Henry.
But the Titans took out the Patriots and like the best team in the NFL besides the 49ers. Mm-hmm. And then they fucking shit the bed.
Yep. And then they lost to Kansas City. Kansas City beat the Texans.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a good Super Bowl for sure.
It should be.
It's going to be an actually exciting game. Both because the way that the 49ers play and the way the Chiefs play, it's literally going to be unexpected. And it's not going to be a blowout or a low-scoring game. I know that for sure. It's going to be a good-ass game. It'll be pretty damn disappointing if it's a low-scoring game because those two teams score like crazy.
Yeah, the 49ers, they score a lot, but they take a lot of time off the clock, and they just run the ball. Jimmy Garoppolo's like, lol, I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that game was pretty boring, actually. He threw 6 fucking passes the whole game.
But, yeah, that's what they've been doing all year, really, is just running the ball. So it's not that surprising to see them do it in the NFC Championship game and it work. So we'll see how the Super Bowl goes when Jimmy Garoppolo actually has to play, probably.
I don't think they're going to play the same way, because if they play the same way, they're going to know it. They're going to know exactly what to do. So if they play the same way that they did in the last championship game, then they're not going to know how to stop them. That unsigned free agent running back just did like the greatest game of his career ever for no reason.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns I think he had.
Yeah, and he ran for a ridiculous amount of yards
like
as well.
180 yards or something.
Yeah, that's just a guy that was literally picked up off the street. And he was just like, okay, I guess I'm the best running back on the team this game.
Yeah.
He literally did everything on offense that game. Jimmy Garoppolo did not a fucking thing. He had some good throws in there, but they weren't. He only had 6 throws in an hour of football.
Yeah, that's very low.
It's ridiculous. And then during the game, they were showing stats. The lowest passing in a game won in a playoff game was 5.
Yeah, I saw that.
What the fuck?
It was 5, and I think he actually had 8 passes, but 6 of them were completed.
Yeah, 6 of them were completed. Yeah.
So, not a whole lot more, but
that's just crazy to me. Like,
yeah,
that's especially with like, and he didn't like have any rushing yards either. Like Jimmy Garoppolo, I mean, usually they're not passing as much because they're running themselves. Jimmy Garoppolo's not really a rushing quarterback.
He's got a fucking brace on his knee. He doesn't run anymore.
Yeah, but yeah, you don't see run. What's the word? Run dominant teams, I guess you could say. But I don't know. It was a surprise to me.
It's just, it's weird. It seems like there would be more passing in the league every year, but people keep running like crazy.
They keep straying away from it. It's like, okay, your quarterback can run, so why throw? Just get open in the pocket and run. And then, you have a fucking refrigerator for a running back, so go ahead and have him run every drive.
Yeah.
But then they're just like, Nah, don't pass it. You don't need to do that bullshit. We'll just run our way to the Super Bowl. I don't know. Whatever works. It's fucking cool.
Whatever.
I'm just happy
They're
there's
the
not.
coach. I'm not.
Yeah. I'm just happy it's not a fucking New England fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's true.
It's so tiring seeing the same Super Bowl.
I think
every year.
everybody's so glad to see that over with.
Yeah.
It's not New England anymore.
It's probably not going to be that way for a long time now. New England's going to be fighting their way to get back there, probably for the next like 5 years. I don't know. I'm just hoping the Bills fucking tear shit up. Within the next 5 years, they're going to be fucking abrupt and dominant. I mean, they're already pretty dominant. They've definitely shown themselves this year, but I don't know. I just want them to be. I want them to be the new dynasty, basically.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't do what the Bears did last year. The Bears are almost in the exact same situation as the Bills were. They had a second-year quarterback coming in who made some improvement, but it was mostly their defense who carried them all year. They had 10 wins, and they made it to the playoffs, and then they lost in like a heartbreaker,
yeah.
A close one. And then the year after, they shit the bed. Mitch Trubisky's awful, and their defense fell apart.
But I feel like signs of that would have shown this year, though. Like, I don't know.
I mean, there weren't signs of it last year either. That's the weird thing. So you never know. But the problem was they kept most of their team the same. They didn't try to
they didn't change anything. They were like,
that never works out.
Yeah, it worked fine last year. I'm expecting there to be a lot of crazy moves for the Bills this year, like a lot of pickups and whatnot. But
they're gonna draft a wide receiver. I know that.
They're gonna try to draft a big wide receiver.
Yeah, big wide receiver.
A tall boy with long arms too. So, because Josh Allen's fucking throwing them way outside the numbers, so they want someone big and with long arms.
Yeah. Someone who can catch a ball like anywhere near them.
Yeah. I don't pay attention to college football, so I have no idea who anybody could be that's coming up. But I don't know. We'll have to just see, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know what the Ravens are going to draft.
They don't. I don't know. They're pretty fucking hardcore already.
I mean, they need more wide receivers. Quarterback is fine. Running back is fine. They need to shore up their defense a little bit. Because they lost some key pieces, and then they did okay this year, but they weren't the best defense like they usually are. So
they didn't really have a lot of injuries this year either, did they?
Not really, no.
Because I'm pretty sure in their last playoff game they had no injuries, didn't they? There was like 0 injuries, or was that a different team I'm thinking of?
It might have been a different team. I know at the end of the season, Mark Ingram was injured, but he did play in the playoff game that they were in against the Titans, but he didn't play too much. He was still kind of injured. I don't know. They had 2 weeks off, and I think they got rusty and couldn't compete.
That's the thing with like, if you get a wild card round and you win, you carry that momentum pretty much all the way through. But like if you have that bye week, you're just like, okay, let's sit on our asses for 2 straight weeks.
Yeah.
I guess that could be a big factor in it. But I mean, I just didn't expect it. I honestly thought the Ravens were going all the way because how fucking crazy they've been playing all year.
Yeah, I think most people did, but here we are in a dark timeline.
The darkest of timelines.
It's not the darkest.
No, yeah, it could be the Patriots again. But
I mean, I guess if Tennessee's to do it, that's okay. It's not that big of a deal. Apparently, in 2008, Joe Flacco's rookie year, the Ravens were the 6th seed and they beat the 1 seed Titans. So it's only fair that the 6th seed Titans beat the 1 seed Ravens.
Yeah, it came around full circle.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, you're the one that told me about that. I had no idea about that happening. It's just like, oh, rough.
Yeah. Well, what goes around comes around, so I guess.
I hope that happens with the Bills. The Bills just beat the Patriots for the next like 4 years straight without ever losing.
Yeah.
Except for like when Josh Allen's hurt.
And even then, hopefully not.
Well, that's the only time we ever beat the New England Patriots over the last, 6 years.
Yeah.
And that might even have been longer than that. I'm pretty sure Tom Brady...
yeah, literally the last time they beat him, I don't think Tom Brady was playing.
Yeah, it was fucking... What's his face? The random backup they had. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure Tom Brady was 15-3 versus the Bills or something like that.
Yeah, he's something.
It was some high number.
It's something
in the low
pretty stupid.
Yeah.
He's not lost a lot of games to the Bills.
Yeah. So hopefully we turn that shit around soon because I'm sick and tired of that shit. Every time there's a fucking New England game, they're like, "Oh, the Bills are definitely losing this one." But I don't know. You literally don't know what happens though. It's the fucking NFL. Anything could happen.
Yeah, literally anything could happen.
Next year, the Browns could be the most dominant team. Mm-hmm. Literally anything could happen.
Next year, the Bengals could be the number one team. We have no idea.
Literally. The 49ers were bad last year.
Yeah, they had the second overall pick last year. Now they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, so the fucking Bengals could just be like, yeah, we're going to come take that sick Lombardi from y'all. Hope you don't mind. After we won one game last year, thank you.
The Bungles. Oof.
Yeah.
It's rough to be a Cincinnati fan.
The thing that sucks is now there's going to be no football, so there's going to be nothing to do on Sundays now.
It's going to be XFL, dude, which I'm not going to watch any of because it looks bad.
I don't know. I kind of feel like watching it for the memes.
I might watch some of it if it's on, but I'm not going to go out of my way.
Yeah. You remember the commercial we saw?
Yeah.
The fucking XFL? It was the star-studded XFL.
They're like trying to sell people in the XFL, so they're like, who should we show in our commercial? They're like, Cardale Jones, yeah. Let's make a big deal out of him.
He was the main guy.
And then the other guy they showed, I don't even know who it was. I was like, what the fuck? The only reason I even know who Cardale Jones is because he played for the Bills at one point.
Yeah, he was on the Bills for a year. And he was the star of the fucking XFL. He was the main guy they showed in the commercial.
That's really all they had? That's rough.
That's just ridiculous. It's pretty funny. Cardale Jones. He had a couple pretty decent plays. I was watching a highlight video today. I think what was it? Oh, it was rookie. I don't know what the video was called. It was something about welcome me to the NFL or something like that. But it was rookies who had great plays their first year or something.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember the Bills having a backup quarterback named Thad Lewis?
I do.
And he threw a fucking fat-ass bomber his first throw. He threw a big-ass bomb, 54-yard touchdown. And I just saw that, and I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is that guy? And it was recent years.
Yeah.
It had to have been 5 or 6 years ago. Something like that. But that was funny. I was like, who the fuck's that guy? And then they showed Josh Allen's leap over the Minnesota Vikings defender to get the first down. That's a pretty good meme. I saw as well a while ago. I was watching Josh Allen highlights from his college and high school days. He jumps over people a lot in those. He used to do that a fuck ton.
Because he's just big and fast, so he figures he can do it.
Yeah,
but
and
you can't really do that in the NFL.
Yeah, so. No, for sure. Because if they put their shoulder into your shins, you're fucking flipping and landing on your head.
Yeah,
you're fucked. Like the Bills did to that fucking Texans guy. I think it was a Texans.
I don't remember.
I don't know. The Bills defender was running and he jumped up to catch the ball or something. And he just got flipped and fucking schwacked right on his back, on his side.
Oh, was that? That might have been in the Cowboys game. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, it was the Cowboys game.
It was Amari Cooper. And I remember being mad about that because I had Amari Cooper on my fantasy team. And he was trash after that happened, too. So
yeah.
Good. I'm glad. I still won the championship, but jeez.
Where's the trophy? Where'd you put that?
It's in my bedroom, just sitting on my desk.
I didn't know where else to put it. I was like, I don't know. I don't have a trophy room or anything, so.
I want a fucking trophy.
Yeah, it's my first real trophy of anything. So that's fun.
The only awards I have is from high school track, so
yeah,
don't feel bad. And they're all like from team races, like the 4x8, where it's just 4 different people running 800s.
Yeah.
So it's like I was probably like the weakest link, but I'll take that first place trophy, lol. And they're not even trophies; they're just little fucking ribbons. I still got them hanging on. Well, actually, I put them in a bag now because I'm packing everything to go, but. I had them hung on my closet thing, where the bar that holds the hangers. I had them hung around that. I have quite a few of them. I did a lot. I had a really good 4x8 team. Shout out my 4x8 team. I doubt any of you watch this, but
the 4x8 team of 2016 or whatever it was.
Yeah, but we were fucking good though. We literally won like most of the time. Unless we were going against schools that were like a bigger division than us. Our school track team was so good that we played in the division higher than what we were supposed to be.
Sick.
And that happened at like most track events. We were in like the higher division, I'm pretty sure. As far as I remember, I could be wrong. But I remember quite a few where our coach was like, yeah, these guys are like way better than us. And then we just win the whole event. We're like, what? We had a badass track team. Like, Lockport High School's track team was fucking hardcore. And the women's track team, they won, like, every single fucking event, it seemed like. And then we had a guy on our team that was, like, fast as shit. Fucking crazy.
Yep. Gotta love it. I wasn't in any sport. Excuse me. I wasn't in any school sports or anything like that, so...
I wanted to join track years before, but I just never had the time. I did bad in school, so I always had more homework and shit to do. And then I had an actual job as well in school, so I was like, okay. But senior year, I was like, I don't want to go through high school and not do anything, so I'm going to join track. And then I was good at it, so I was like, okay, I should have done this years ago, but I didn't. I feel like if I would have joined track like my freshman year, I probably would have been fucking sick as hell by the senior year. But what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
that was like forever ago now.
Literally, that was 4 years ago now. But yeah,
even in like gym class, we had to do the mile. I would get crazy times in that. Mm-hmm. I just never fucking did anything. I was like, what's track? I've never heard of it.
I'm not very good at running, so track was never really on my radar. See, that's the problem. I'm just not good at like any sport, so it's kind of hard to...
Can throw a mean football, dude.
I mean, sometimes, yeah.
It's all right.
I probably could have made the football team, but I would have never started, so...
Intramural sports is better than competitive.
That's true.
You don't have to worry about fucking...
Tryhards.
Yeah. Or getting your ass whooped. But yeah.
Yeah, I just stick to video games, which I'm not good at those either, so.
Yeah, same.
Good shit.
I'm not good at any fucking video games, and it's kind of annoying.
I've been playing Madden a lot recently, and I started like a new career mode. I do this all the time because the game just pisses me off, and I quit and then restart and then quit and then restart. But I'm committed to this one right now, and it's not going very well, but oh well.
What is it now?
Okay, so I did a fantasy draft. I put my own guy, like my created player, in a fantasy draft of the entire NFL. So I could be on any team with any players.
Yeah.
And I ended up on the LA Rams as their quarterback. And I'm the starting quarterback. I'm 80 overall.
That's not bad.
It's not that bad because I made myself like an early round pick. It's not that bad, but I'm just not doing well.
Is your receiver core decent?
My receivers are okay. I have Kenny Stills, Golden Tate, Cortland Sutton, and Zach Ertz.
On the Rams? Sick.
Yeah, on the Rams. They're pretty good, but I'm just not very good at the game. I have 2 touchdowns to 5 interceptions.
Oof.
Right now, through 3 games. I threw 3 interceptions in one game.
Oh, man.
It's been a rough go, but
You're going to get cut at the end of the year.
yeah, probably.
I'm not great at Madden. Every time me and Kyle play, he like beats me every time. I get close to beating him sometimes, and then I just fucking die.
And then the game just fucks him over. The last time we played, it was really stupid.
I think
he
it was
had like 3 fumbles at the end of the game for no reason.
I think that was our best game yet. That was like a good back and forth game. And then
I thought I lost that game. I was down by 2 scores, and then he fumbled it, or he threw an interception or something, and then he fumbled
scoop and
it.
score on you, and then I fumbled the play or the time I got it back, and you got a fucking scoop and score on me.
Yeah.
And then I tried running through the middle on a power drive just to get the 1 yard for the first down, and I just dropped the ball.
You just fumbled
I'm like, okay, cool.
Good old EA. They're like, lol, you don't get to win.
It's like, whoa, your team's rating is lower than theirs? No. You can't win this game. What the fuck are you doing? I'm bad at it too. I always pick really shitty plays. I always pick plays that work for me normally, and then it just gets repetitive and it's easy to see. And then my defense is like mostly blitz. Because
I mean, that's what mine is too, so.
It's always like, I'm like, oh, let me do Overstorm Brave again for the 5th play in a row.
Yeah.
But I mean, a lot of times it works, though. That's why I always do
Yeah,
it.
sometimes it works. Defense in that game is still, like, kind of broken. You don't have to use... The best Madden players only use, like, 6 different plays on defense or something like that.
I like
they don't use a lot of different plays.
I like Cover 2 and Overstorm Brave, Thunder Smoke, and is it Tampa 2?
Yeah.
I think it's Tampa 2.
Tampa 2.
Tampa 2 is one of my favorite ones. And then I like Cover 2 Steel, or whatever the fuck it's called. Those are the main ones that I use. And, like, those are, like, the only ones that I use.
Yeah, I try to switch it up, but
And then,
for the most part, I use the same plays.
yeah,
And I blitz, like, 2/3 of the time.
and then every so often you pull out the Engage 8.
I pull out the Engage 8 once a game. It only works once a game, so I only pull it out once.
Yeah, because you can use Engage 8, and then they could just throw it over your heads, and you're fucked. But, yeah, a lot of times I'll do, like, curl flat routes on offense, where they just run, like, 9 yards and catch the ball and twist to get the one last yard. A lot of times I use that, but that's... If you don't have a good quarterback and a good receiver, they're not going to be able to do it every time.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to use the... I like using... Well, a lot of times I'll take plays that the game has made, and I'll completely change them to be my own. I like customize the play to try to make it where a guy gets wide open. Never fucking works. But I'll do hot routes and change the trajectory of one of the receivers on the outside. And a lot of times I like doing the bench route where the guy runs in and then out towards the sideline.
Mm-hmm.
And then instead I'll have him zig out like he's going to do that and then run back towards the middle. It never works. It's so stupid. It's like, oh yes, he totally knew he was doing that. Thank you. But... And then, for whatever reason, whenever I do normal plays, it always ends up in an interception. It's like, oh, yes, you have the greatest defense of all time, let me tell you. You totally knew that exactly where that ball was going.
I love the linebackers that get interceptions in that game like crazy. It's like, okay. Yep. You're just standing there, and you reached up and grabbed it.
Yeah, because you were standing there because you knew exactly where the ball was going that whole time. I don't know.
Sometimes when you throw the ball, they throw it right at them, too. Like, sometimes when you press the button, it'll just throw it right directly to them.
My favorite is when you throw a bullet pass, but it throws a lob pass instead.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I definitely held down the throw button, thank you. And it just lobs it directly into the defender's hand. You're like, oh, okay. Thank you. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted to give him the ball. Thanks. Yes. Very cool.
Fun stuff.
But yeah, I'm bad at Madden, so. And then back when I first got Madden 18, I tried doing the Ultimate Teams. It's just so cancer. We've talked about that multiple times, so I'm not going to get into it, but.
Yeah, we talked about Madden last episode, but here we are again.
Madden's, I mean, we played it recently since the last one. I got back into GTA. Okay, well, we had some issues there for a second.
Yeah, like we usually do.
I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Camera likes to be finicky, I don't know.
For some reason, whatever, I don't know if it's the camera or the memory cards, but I have a 128 gigabyte memory card in this camera right now, and for some reason the camera cuts after, like the last memory card, the 32 gigabyte one, it wasn't an ultra high speed one. It cut the video into 10-minute segments. This memory card cuts it into 25-minute segments. I'm assuming what happened there. On the screen it said there's no more room to record, which is literally impossible considering how much space is on there. There's nothing else on here except for this video. But I'm assuming it cut at the 25-minute mark and then was like, wait a second, there's no more space. Ugh. So I don't know if it's something to do with the camera or the memory card. I'm going to have to assume it's the memory card, but if anybody knows, let us know in the comments section, because I would really like to fix that, and it would make editing a lot fucking easier for sure. But
if anybody's listening at all, just leave a comment.
Yeah, say anything.
Anything.
Be like, lol, I heard about your issue in the video, but I'm not going to give you any advice. That would be a perfectly good comment.
Yeah, it would. We would love it.
And leave a fat fucking like on the video, too. Just look at the like button and stare it down for a hot second. Just look at it. And notice how sexy and curvy it is. And it's just like, damn, I'm going to tap the fuck out of that like button. And then you hit it. One good solid slap right to the like button.
Mm-hmm. Just smack that bitch.
Our highest amount of likes on a video right now is 4. So if you can hit that shit up to 5, bro.
Yeah, dude. We'll have a giveaway or something, dude, if we get the 5 likes. It'll be crazy.
Yeah, dude, we'll release another video next week, bro.
Yeah.
So, I watch a lot of YouTube because I get bored of video games fast and there's nothing to watch on TV. And so I'll watch like random YouTube and I'll just go down like the rabbit hole of YouTube and go down like the recommended and shit. And one thing I noticed that a lot of YouTubers do that I really fucking hate with a burning passion, there's multiple different things, but one of them that I hate is YouTubers that talk like they're so fucking excited the whole time. They're like, oh my fucking god, bros, I cannot believe what is happening right now. Are you dudes ready to see what the fuck is going on right now? Oh my god. I was watching a Madden YouTuber earlier, and he talked like that the whole time about everything that was going on. Everything. Not just the beginning, not just the end when he was like that shit, motherfucker, like that shit hard. He did it the whole time. He was like,
how you can do that.
When he was doing plays, he was like, oh my god, I'm about to do cover 2 right now on this defense. He's never gonna stop me. I'm gonna totally get him right now. I swear to God, I'm gonna do it. It's like, dude, calm the fuck down. You're playing a fucking video game. Like, why are you so like hyped up and excited over this fucking cover 2 defense that you're fucking doing? Like,
I don't know.
And it happens in like so many different YouTube videos.
Yeah, it's pretty popular.
And it's like mostly, I'm assuming it's for like kids, because little kids are like, oh my god, dude, This is so fucking sick, bro. Oh my god.
They're like my favorite Fortnite YouTuber screams. Ha ha ha. It's so funny.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening right now. He's doing cover 2.
Like, there's a guy I'm subscribed to who used to be a Fortnite YouTuber, but he just plays like Wii games and shit now. And he's kind of annoying because he still has that like kid fan base, and he's got to be a little bitch and flip out about everything. He's like, oh my fucking god, this game is so fucking rigged. This is such bullshit. I'm so pissed off right now. And then that's him for like 10 minutes, and then he screams, and it's like, okay, we get it.
You got to keep the attention of those 2-year-olds, you know.
Literally. Got to keep them for that entire 10 minutes so you can get your ad revenue.
Yeah, I don't know. It's really annoying. There's so many things about YouTubers. I'm sure there's some shit about our videos that are fucking annoying to everybody, like our voices and our faces, but
yeah,
we're not like,
talent.
oh my god, we are in here for another fucking episode of Lamentable Podcast. We're fucking in here, bros.
I mean, it seems pretty popular. Maybe we should do it.
Yeah, we just start up. We're like, oh Oh shit! Welcome to another episode, bros. This shit's about to be fucking popping, dude. We're about to talk about Fortnite and fucking Monopoly Shrek, bro.
I want to talk about Shrek Monopoly.
I had Shrek Monopoly as a kid.
Did you really?
Yeah.
That's a real thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Sick.
It's Shrek Monopoly Junior. So it's like a kid's version of the game.
Yeah.
But I did have it. It might even still be in my parents' fucking game closet. They had a closet with a bunch of board games in it. It's probably still in there unless they tossed it. But I remember having it. I got it for Christmas one year when I was little. I don't know why I thought of it when I was doing that stupid joke.
I don't know. It's pretty funny.
It's pretty
Shrek
good.
Monopoly is a pretty good meme.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's just dumb as fuck. And, like, YouTube is just a cesspool of all that stuff. Like, there's nothing outside of just trying to get little kids to watch your stuff.
Back in the good old days of YouTube when there wasn't a like button and there was a star rating system, you gave it 1 out of 5 stars.
I don't remember that shit at all.
Oh, that was a while ago. This was like 2010 probably.
Oh, Jesus, yeah. But it's gotten to
So
the point...
literally 10 years ago now.
Yeah. It's gotten to the point where they literally, before you upload a video, you have to tell YouTube if it's for kids or not. And...
We say the F word on here. Frick! So it's not for kids.
Yeah, and like when you go on YouTube, if you go on your My Channel page, and if you've ever uploaded a video before, it has a big blue bar at the top. And it's like, we've changed our terms and conditions.
Yeah.
If you've ever uploaded a video, you need to go back through your videos and mark if they're for kids or not, or they'll get taken down. It's like, what the fuck? Why? It's pretty clear what is marketed for kids and not. Like, you got these fucking assholes that make stuff that's not for kids, but it's for kids. Like,
Yeah.
you know. Like, it's pretty easy to tell. Like, anybody can tell. You just watching a fucking... Like those stupid, like, reality fucking vlog fucking channels that are like, oh my god, boys, today we're gonna fucking spend a ton of money on fucking whatever you pick in this fucking hat, dude, yeah. And it's like super bad acting and like horrible fucking skits, and it's like, okay, well, this is definitely for little kids because anybody with an IQ over 2 is gonna fucking realize this is super bad. But, I don't know. But it's the same difference. Like, if our channel was bigger and, like, we had a ton of viewers, we'd probably get in trouble because they'd be like, oh, is this for kids? You do kind of do some swearing in there, but, you mentioned Fortnite once, so
Yeah.
I think this might be for children, so we're going to take down your video. I don't know. It's just dumb. And, like, it does suck because it doesn't affect us whatsoever. Because it doesn't matter to us at all. But, like, big YouTubers that, like, actually have their jobs as, like, being YouTubers, they just get their shit taken down or their whole channel gets demonetized or whatever because they think that's for kids. And then you got these assholes that get away with it all day, every day.
Yep.
I feel like I talk about this every episode.
Yeah.
But
There's another thing. Just stupid YouTube bullshit that we talk about every episode.
it just sucks. It's just annoying. But, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of your parents, last Friday, Josh's like mom and his sister were gone.
Yeah, they went to, my sister had like an event thing in Pittsburgh. So my dad was by himself. So I was like, all right, I'll go to my dad's house, hang out with him. And then I was like, hey, Kyle, you want to come with me? And do some drinking, dude. And he's like, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. That'll be fine. So we get there, and my dad had already started drinking. So we were like, all right, well, let's crack open some beers. Let's get this shit going. And we ended up all getting really drunk.
Like really shit-faced. Like I was throwing up in the toilet. It was bad.
Yeah. And we got to see my dad's sick guns.
Which apparently were blowing my mind. I was like, holy fuck.
Yeah, he was very impressed.
I was like, that's a big-ass bullet. Damn.
Yeah, he was very impressed with the guns. But he was fine, and he was sitting there just hanging out, just freaking out over the guns and stuff. And then we were done with looking at the guns, and then we were watching like some kind of cop show. I think we were watching
Live PD.
Yeah, we were watching Live PD, and then Kyle's like, he's like, "Wow, I'm really drunk," and then he got up and got another beer, and then he comes back for a little while, and then he just gets up. We're just sitting there watching TV at that point, so it's dead quiet. We're just sitting there watching TV, and he just gets up and goes in the bathroom. We can just hear him just throwing up super hard. And my dad's like, "Damn, is he okay?" And I'm like, "He'll be fine. He does this sometimes."
I'm like, yeah, sometimes I just can't control myself. And I'm like, gotta keep drinking. Just keep pushing them back.
And then he comes back out. And he's like, "Oh, I'm fine, whatever." And then, like, not even, 10 seconds later, he stands back up and goes in the bathroom to throw up again. And this time he's in there for, 45 minutes.
Was I?
Yeah.
I laid on the ground and fell asleep.
Yeah, you were in there for a long-ass time.
I laid down on the ground and fell asleep. And then you knocked on the door and you're like, "Yo, you good?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." It woke me up and I got up and I came back out.
Yeah, I was like, "Damn, he's really been in there a while. I should probably check on him." And then I gave Kyle a piece of bread and a glass of water. And he didn't eat the bread. He just let it sit on his chest. And he fell asleep with a piece of bread on his chest.
Did I?
Yeah. And my dad moved it on the coffee table and put a blanket on him. I was like, "He'll be fine in the morning." And then I went to bed. And then I woke up in the morning and Kyle was already gone.
I woke up at 4:30. I was like, well, I don't want to just sit here. So I went to McDonald's and got food and went home.
Sick. Yeah, it was a pretty good night, though. It was definitely very fun.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. I like getting stupid drunk sometimes.
It's a nice thing to do every once in a while. When you have nothing to do at all, and you have nothing to do the next day, you're just like, why not fucking party it up a bit? Whatever. Probably won't be able to do it when we're 45 because it'll hurt us too much. So do it as much as we can now.
When I get too old, the hangovers are gonna kill me. So
yeah, it was fun as hell though.
Just sitting and drinking,
and then we kept taking shots. And Kyle doesn't like Fireball, but I kept giving him Fireball. That's probably one of the reasons he probably threw up too.
Yeah, probably.
I gave him 3 shots of Fireball before I switched it out on him. But I don't know. And then I had the shots I was taking was Jim Beam Peach because I like Jim Beam. Whiskey's my go-to liquor. I don't I'm not a huge vodka fan or tequila or anything like that. But it was Jim Beam Peach and Jim Beam Honey as well. But there was only one shot left in the Jim Beam Honey, so I only had one of those. But yeah. My dad and Kyle had Fireball. It was a pretty decent night. It was definitely an enjoyable.
Yeah, I'm a beer guy because anything else makes me sick usually. So sometimes even beer makes me sick, but
yeah,
usually I can keep myself okay.
Get them 2 beers in you and things start going a little crazy. But yeah, drink half a bottle of Dragon Fruit vodka.
Yeah, I did that.
Bright ass red vodka.
Oh my god, it was so gross too when I threw up. It was awful.
Oh, it was funny. Yeah, and the one time we were at Nick's house, Nick's apartment, and we were all having a party or whatever, just a little get together, but we all just got hammered instead. And you were just at one point, you were just laid down on the futon and you're like, "Okay, I'm done." And you just started throwing up while you were laying on your side. And we were like, "Oh shit, he's fucking done." And then I turned on Limp Bizkit for you. It was pretty funny.
Good. It's the way to do it.
Oh, Jesus. We've gotten pretty drunk a lot of times. Well, there was one time that I got, the only time in my life that I've got blackout drunk was when I had the Christmas party at Lock 34. when I worked at Brigham's. They had a Christmas party, and it was all you can drink, and it was free. So I just sat at the bar and watched the football game that was on. It was the Chargers, and I don't know. I could probably figure out what game it was, but it was the Chargers game that played on that day. And I just kept drinking Jack and Pepsis all night, just sitting there. I was drinking them slowly, too, so I didn't get fucking piss drunk really fast. Mm-hmm. So I think that's why I blacked out. But I got super drunk, and Dante was there. Because he worked at Brigham's, too. But he left at one point, and I just kept drinking. I was drinking Miller Lights and Jack and Pepsis for like 3 straight hours. and I at one point there was a live band playing, and they were playing Rage Against the Machine, that one song, the really popular one, the one that every like band can play.
Bulls on Parade.
Yeah. And I just remember dancing on the dance floor to that song, and then it was time to go, and my one buddy that I worked with, him and his girlfriend drove me back to my house, and I don't remember anything after I stepped into the truck. Anything. I don't remember a damn thing. And then I woke up in the morning, and I was like, oh, rip. And according to witnesses, I was crawling on the ground following the cats. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing, though, like when you wake up and you're like, what the fuck? I don't remember getting here.
You're like, oh, God, what did I do?
So hopefully that never happens to me again. But I lost my vape, and I was trying to find it for so long, like the whole day. I couldn't find my vape. And then I found it underneath a blanket. I was like, oh, shit. I thought I left it at the bar, and I thought I left it in my coat jacket. Nope. But it was underneath a blanket. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah. Gotta love being an alcoholic. Good stuff.
I don't even drink that often. Like,
yeah, I don't drink that often either.
I don't like to drink often. Mostly, a lot of times, it's because I have to work in the morning. And then, like, if I drink a lot, I definitely have to shower. So if I wake up late and I can't shower, I'll just smell like booze all day, and I don't want to do that going to work. Mm-hmm. So, like, I rarely drink. And if I do, it's like maybe 1 or 2 beers, like randomly. But the only time I'll drink heavily is if it's like at a party or something. I don't like drinking heavily by myself. That's just sad and boring.
Yeah.
And there's like no fun in it either. When I just sit here and get drunk off my ass playing fucking Call of Duty by myself. It's like, what's the fun in that? There has to be people around, stuff to do. Because then it's just not fun. But yeah, I like beer too. Because drinking beer is like decent. Because then you're just like, okay, well, you can progressively get tipsy and buzzed.
Yeah.
And it's more fun to get drunk outside in the cold than it is inside of a fucking warm place. My favorite thing to do is just get super drunk outside in the cold during like Bill's tailgates and stuff.
It's a fun time.
For sure.
I mean, drinking anytime is usually pretty fun, but
you have to be around other people that like to have fun too. If you're around like losers, not like losers,
like us.
but like, yeah, like us, we're fucking losers, but you know what I mean? Like people that don't do shit, they don't want to have fun. It's like, what the fuck? Luckily, it's pretty rare that ever happens. We have a pretty decent meme group going on where everybody likes to be rowdy when we drink.
Yeah. To text my mother back.
But yeah. So, yeah.
Since it's kind of late.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
12:40.
I have to take the dogs out when I get home. Oh, boy. I do that every day, so I don't know why they feel like they have to tell me, but oh, well.
Make sure you don't forget to do the thing you do every day.
Okay.
All right? All right. Just making sure you remembered. But, yeah. So this will probably be... I probably won't do another one, whether it be a week or... It'd probably be like 2 weeks before I'm fully moved into the new place. I kind of... My idea, I don't know if it's going to work well. I want to put a table in the room that we're going to be doing these in. Put a table in and, like, connect the mics to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And then have it to where we're sitting on one corner of the table each. That way, because I feel like it'd be better if we were, like, kind of facing each other than being sitting next to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like, I mean, that's what a lot of podcasts do, too. Plus, it's just more engaging. But, yeah, so, and then I plan on getting, like, the stuff to put on the walls to make it, like, acoustic. The acoustics, whatever. But
The foam stuff.
yeah. But those are expensive, so I might just figure out a alternative way. I don't know. But, I don't know. Something to heighten the quality of this so it's not just fucking two dumbasses sitting on a couch talking about bullshit no one cares about. Then it'll be
But then
fancy.
what will people watch for? Because that's all they watch for.
Yeah, the two dumbasses. Like, what are these fucking idiots going to talk about this time? The same shit they talked about last week?
Yeah, literally.
Like, oh boy, you're in for a treat. but yeah, so yeah. So it'll be two idiots talking about dumb shit that no one cares about, but in a fancier setting. Yeah. Don't want to forget about that.
Yep. Every little upgrade helps. Or it should. I don't know. We'll find out.
Theoretically it would,
Theoretically.
but in practice probably not.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's not that big of a deal. It's still pretty good. But yeah. That's probably all we have for you this episode. There's nothing really much else to talk about. Is there anything else you want to recap on?
I can't think of anything right now. So,
Yeah.
nothing that can't be covered in the next episode.
Yeah, probably. So, yeah. So, we're going to end it here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you think this shit is so fucking cool that you just can't get over it.
Yeah, and leave a comment as well.
Yeah, say some shit. Talk some trash. Confess your ever-dying love for your crush in our comment section.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, follow us on our social medias. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, I think. Yeah. Yeah. That's about all I got for you. You want to close it out?
I don't have anything funny to say. I did have one at one point, but don't forget to squeeze your oranges.